Hello Capricorn, welcome back to Intuitive Garden Tarot. If you're new, welcome. My name is Nicole. I'm going to do a solstice reading, specifically looking at the energy coming in for Capricorns with this summer solstice energy. This is a general reading. Remember, you can book a personal reading with me at intuitivegardentarot.org. All right, let's see what energy is coming through with this summer solstice for my Capricorn viewers. Seven of Swords, Judgment, Two of Swords, Five of Swords, Five of Pentacles, Ten of Cups, and the Five of Wands. Okay, we do have one major arcana, the Judgment card, and in this deck it's very much my Ascension card of leveling up and upgrading, which is very aligned with the solstice energy. We are expected to have another geomagnetic storm. We've had several in the past several weeks. It's been very intense, a lot of energy hitting the planet. All of that is going through our bodies, our psyches, and yeah, we're going to feel it. So in the background, Capricorn, we have the Two of Swords, and this is about needing to make a decision or being stuck at a stalemate of sorts, perhaps mentally locked up, if you will. There might be two perspectives of something that you've been pondering or are pondering. And it just feels like I'm even seeing a bit of a clash of perspectives here. So something's just kind of stuck on hold. And then with the Seven of Swords energy, this is very much about strategic communication, conversation, having to get through some sticky stuff to get to the other side, to get to some more clarity. The moon keeps showing up here too, so this might be about communicating feelings in particular. And it feels a little dicey. So on that note, the few days surrounding after the summer solstice feels like not a good time to make a big decision or an important decision, if you will. Because I think this energy is going to change how you think about things and how you communicate about things. So you might want to let this move through your body, your energy field. It's very transformational. So again, yeah, you don't want to have necessarily a very big conversation or communication if it's something around something that's been stuck or in a bit of a gridlock. This Five of Swords is more of that energy. There's been some heart wounding, some arguments I'm hearing. It might be triggered by this solstice energy, and it's really time to be careful and considerate with yourself. First and foremost, how are you talking to yourself? How are you thinking about things? Are you thinking of things from a wounded perspective or of wanting to protect your heart? And there's more coming through with all the little hearts around the card. That is suggesting that this is an opportunity to heal a lot of wounds, and it's going to be done first and foremost with self-love and love in general. So there might be an influx of love actually that you perceive, and you're being invited to work with that and work that into your thoughts, your ideas, and your conversations. And I'm really feeling those swords coming out of the heart at the center of that card. This energy might give you the perspective and the courage to face some things inside yourself or with others that you maybe haven't yet, and from a much bigger, bolder, brighter perspective. And the Five of Pentacles in the outcome here is about going it alone. Maybe going outside the system, or even taking a solo trip somewhere just to take care of yourself and recoup any injuries you might be feeling physically or emotionally. There's something comforting in that. So taking space and time alone might be really helpful for you, from however this solstice energy impacts you, Capricorn. And I had another thought. It just slipped away. One moment. Yes. When we're hurting or we're in a hurtful phase with a personal relationship, romantic or not, or a business relationship for that matter, professional, it can be anything like that. But if we're experiencing wounds and argument, the impulse can be to quickly try to make it better and get to where it's comfortable again. But this is saying to just take a moment, a minute, a day, a week, and just take pause. That's also what this is about. Just take pause before you take your next step. And your perspective can be very different if you don't rush through whatever it is that's coming up for you with this energy. And the Ten of Cups is a beautiful card of really having arrived at your happiest life ever. It can be in a family relationship. It can just be feeling like you have such a full, rich life and different experiences and much to be grateful for. There might be something surprising that comes up in your family life or your family relationships. Something unexpected, perhaps inspiring. But overall, this looks very much like Earth weather, volcanoes erupting here. In this Five of Wands depiction, it really, really highlights that it's you working on yourself, doing your inner work, dissolving blocks. What's blocking you in your heart? Look at the change in the images from this heart at the center being pierced with all these swords and all the sharp pain, and then all these lilies that she's holding around her heart. So I'm getting the image that by pulling out those swords, that allows that clarity, that love and beauty and purity to come through. Very purifying heart energy. And fives are temporary. It's a state of feeling stuck. Again, gridlock is another word that comes through with this energy. So there might be just some sense of gridlock that is either being activated or you're experiencing as the solstice energy is coming through. But the important thing to remember is it's all designed to help you level up and step into who you came to be in this lifetime. So let's finish up with some oracle messages for you. And let's see what the advice is for Capricorn. How to move through all this intense energy that's designed with your best interests at heart is how I hear it. Yay. It doesn't always feel that way while it's happening, but you have what it takes. I know that, or you wouldn't be here. Only you. Depth. Twin flame. I love it. Only you. Devoted. Attached. Crave. So first and foremost, this is about you and doing your inner work. And with the crave and attached, I'm feeling like your inner child, your relationship to yourself might have been a little bit on the back burner for a while. And you might even be craving, like I said, to just go off alone with your dog or not with your dog, somewhere by yourself. It could be for, lunch, a drive to a park, or it can be a full-on vacation, road trip, something where you can really just reconnect with yourself. I think that's how you're going to really tune into this energy and what it's allowing for you. And depth, of course, you're being invited to go deep, and having that connection to yourself, that time alone, will give you the space to tune in more deeply. It says awareness, importance, and value. Back to who you came here to be in this life. We all have an important role to play and value. And I just love this single flame in the center too. That's just you. So this is very much inviting you to tune into your inner spark, your inner flame. This might be working on your solar plexus in particular. If you meditate, breathing into your belly can be really helpful. By just even tuning into your breath in general, you've already gone deeper into your awareness, and you're already more connected to yourself. So it just might be that simple. With the twin flame energy, that's such a loaded term, expression. So take it how it resonates for you. I'm going to read it more of the energy, like it says, mirroring, shared feeling, and reflection. So this can be anyone. Everyone we interact with is a reflection of ourselves. Every situation that we see, whether it's on the news or in our lives personally or in our professional realm, is a reflection of the energy that's in us. And what I just said about what you see on the news might be hard to understand because the news is very chaotic, very destructive, aggressive. And I know those of you watching aren't resonating with that. You aren't those type of people. However, we need to understand that we do embody all of that energy. And when we heal our own inner wounds, our own inner confusion and chaos, that does ripple out because we are still in relationship to that energy, if you will, of even the things we don't like or don't agree with that are happening around us. Also, this is reflecting back to a conversation between two people. There's something about having a delicate, strategic way to communicate. Look at how the flowers between these two individuals is touching their lips. and they're connected with the flower image in between. So there's a softness and there's a beauty here that can be expressed, and that might come again from taking time, letting yourself maybe even have a meltdown is how I'm hearing it, a little bit of a meltdown, so that you can rise up out of that reformed, renewed, refreshed, realigned with what is happy for you, what is working around you, and connecting from that space. Very interesting. Seems very personal. But again, for you Capricorn, that's what's coming through, is the solstice energy is inviting you to do some really deep personal work. And it's setting the tone and turning up the heat so that you can melt what is stuck and in your way. All right, I hope that's helpful. Remember to like this video if it does resonate, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do go to intuitivegardentarot.org and you may book a personal reading with me there. I'd love to dive into whatever it is you want to explore. We could do that one-on-one. Take care.